Welcome to lesson 3 of Small Heavenly Circle. This is going to cover 7 basic points that as we meditate and go around the body will make one circle or circuit. First thing I want to say about the points, there's many of them. The thing you want to do is experience each point for yourself. You can have a basic idea of where they are and what you may or may not feel. But the most important thing is that you notice how each point feels in your body, what changes as you meditate or breathe with them. And really it's more about your experience than my experience. So I would say if you're new to this internal energy work or meditation, you don't want to read a lot of other people's accounts just because some people's experience is going to be different than yours, and if you're not experiencing what they are, you might think you're doing it wrong, and you might get some tension and worry. And basically, if you're alive, your small heavenly circle is working and it's open. So with that, if you notice one thing, we're using a basic torso, looking to the right here. That's also what the chart of inner luminosity is. So this is a very stylized idea of what's going on in your body, and it's very deep. I'm going to give you a reading list, and 2 of the books will have this in it, and will explain a lot of that. But then here's the very simple torso looking towards this direction. I've got a list of the acupuncture points. If I was to put a very tiny needle into these points, I'd want to know exactly where it is. But we're going to put our mind in these points. Our minds are smaller than an acupuncture needle and bigger than the universe. It's really important that I have an inner feeling and an inner awareness of where these points are than to know the exact spot. I mean, part of this energy work is to discover it for yourself. So the column on the left, I use really basic ideas of where to find these points. I'm going to show you where they are and give you a couple ideas of how to meditate and work with it. So starting with number 1 is the dantian. So if that dotted line is your belly button, if your belly button were going all the way through, the dantian is just below it, it's just underneath it. And that's point number 1. And you want to begin and end your meditation here. You start with 1 and you end at 1, that's one complete circle. You want to end the meditation down here for safety. You don't want a bunch of energy stuck up in your head, especially if you want to go to bed after doing this. So 1 is the dantian, or the navel. 2 is your tailbone, the very end, the very pointy part of your spine. 3 is the mid-back, which is your middle gate. 4 is the base of your skull. Some people call it the jade pillow or the wind pond or whatever. For us, it's the upper gate. It's where your skull meets your neck. 5 is the very top of your head. Fontanelle. In Chinese, it's the bai hui. It means that lots of things are meeting there. 6 is the third eye. It's up in between your eyebrows. You go from between your eyebrows up 1 finger point. It's an interesting place to look in there. The Chinese name is Yin Tang. It means like the sealed chamber. It's like a chamber with the door closed and there's a seal on it. And you want to break the seal, open it up, and you want to go in here. This one's a really interesting place to work on. Number 7 is the heart, but it's the spiritual heart. It's right in the center of your sternum. It's not the beating heart, the muscle. It's actually your thymus gland, so right in the middle. And then back down to the dantian. So this makes one complete cycle or circle or orbit. So a simple thing to do is to find that comfortable position. 3 gates are open. Breathing with the dantian, getting your mouth, your tongue and your mouth relaxed, your nose open. And then what you want to do is you want to just start to focus and breathe on point number 1. And it's kind of like you want to ask yourself, not with your voice, but with your awareness, what's going on there? What's there? What's different? Now that you're sitting and you're focusing on it, what's different? Is there anything happening there? And then after a while, you want to go to point number 2, the very base of your spine, your tailbone. And you just want to use your inner awareness, your inner looking, your inner feeling. You want to find out what's going on in there. Is anything going on in there? What's different? From 2, you want to move up to point number 3, which is between your shoulder blades. Now, a lot of people that work at desks or have tense backs, there's a lot of tension stuck there. So even when you're doing this exercise, this basic 7 points, you can still work a little bit on opening the gates, trying to take any tension or anything that's built up in there and release that while you're working on finding out what's going on there. And then number 4, the base of your skull. You want to work on tucking your chin, lifting your head, and then feeling, what is that area of my body? What's it like in there? What does it feel like? What's going on? From there, you want to move up to the top of your head. You know, the Taiji classics say, feel as if you're suspended from above by an invisible thread. You can use that imagination, that feeling, what's going on up there. And then the third eye. You know, you can use your physical eyes to look there, or your inner eye to look there, or just to be aware of that place. What's going on in there? Maybe you might see some colors or lights or nothing. It doesn't really matter. What matters is what you experience. And then moving down to the heart, the center of your sternum, exactly opposite your mid-back point, right in the middle, not necessarily your heart beating or anything like that, just feeling what's going on in there. And then back down to the dantian to finish, and you might notice that this time to the dantian, below your navel, things are different because you've gone through one cycle. So that is considered one heavenly circle. There are lots of ways to do this. That's more an awareness method. Here's a breathing method. What you want to do is inhale to the dantian, and then exhale and keep your awareness there. And you could do 2 or 3 breaths with your awareness, inhaling and exhaling with your awareness on the dantian. And then your next inhale, when you inhale, move your awareness to the base of your spine. And then just keep your awareness at the base of your spine while you inhale and exhale 2 or 3 times. And then inhale, move your awareness from the base of your spine to your mid-back. And when you breathe out, just keep your awareness at your mid-back, and you could breathe in and out 2 or 3 more times at your mid-back. And then inhale and move your awareness up to your base of your skull. When you breathe out, keep it there. And you're just breathing 1 or 2 times in there, feeling what's going on. And then inhale, move your awareness to the very top of your head. Exhale, keep it there, and breathe 1 or 2 or 3 times on that point, to that place. And then inhale, move your awareness to your third eye, just above your eyebrows, right in the middle there, general area. Breathe out, keep your awareness there. And then just continue. Breathe 1, 2, or 3 times. And when you're ready, inhale, move your awareness down to your heart, your spiritual heart. Exhale, keep it there. Inhale, exhale 1 or 2 more times in your heart. And then inhale down to the dantian, below your navel. Exhale, keep it there. 2 or 3 breaths there. And that's one heavenly circle. So depending on how much time you have, how much endurance you have to sit here relaxed, you could do that 1 time or 3 times, or Taoists are very much into numerology, so you can find just about any number which has some magical holy power. You know, you could also set a timer, especially if you're doing it right before you have to go to work or somewhere. A more dynamic way to do this is to do a breath per point. So what you would do is start at the dantian. You would inhale and exhale. And then inhale, move your awareness to your tailbone. Exhale, keep it there. Inhale, move your awareness to your mid-back. Exhale, keep it there. Inhale, move your awareness to the base of your skull. Exhale, keep it there. Inhale, move your awareness to the top of your head. Exhale, keep it there. Inhale, move your awareness to the third eye. Exhale, keep it there. Inhale, move your awareness to your heart. Exhale, keep it there. Inhale, move your awareness to the dantian below your navel. Exhale, keep it there, and do 2 or 3 breaths there. That's a little more dynamic way to do those points, especially if you've done some of that preliminary work and you have a good idea of when your awareness is on those points, when those points are active, when there's some energy or whatever you want to call it there, chi, awareness. At some point you'll start to feel your awareness and the energy move, and then it's very easy to go through the points. Later on, if you do this on a regular basis, you won't have to time it with your breathing. When you put your mind there, the energy and the awareness will go there. So, your homework is to sit with these points, take your time, get to know each one intimately, they're yours, and then gradually start to introduce the breathing, either a couple of breaths per point or a more dynamic move point to point with each breath. And again, set a timer. Don't make it a big, huge thing like you're going to do 3 hours. 9 minutes, 5 minutes, something that's easy to incorporate, and then gradually as we go through the 7 lessons, you'll have more and more endurance, more and more energy, and more practices. So, that ends lesson 3.